Someone with as much experience as you have, if I was a real estate agent right now, any real estate agent, doesn't matter what level of production, whether you're brand new, you're doing 10 deals a year or 10 deals a month, it doesn't matter. But I'm thinking to myself that there's another level and I kind of plateaued, you know, and what would be one, two, or three things that you would tell me to either look at or start doing immediately in order for me to continue to level up and grow?
Good question. I would start working on yourself.
Okay.
And I would create a proactive morning routine. So my morning routine, it's a little bit later now, but I got really big into Ironmans for a long time. I did 21 in 3 years. But during that time, I was getting up like 3 a.m. Now I'm getting up between 4 and 4:30. But I spend about 3 hours every single day, honestly, for probably the last 7 or 8 years of my life at that amount, working on myself. I meditate twice a day. I journal for about 30 minutes every day. I exercise for at least an hour, hour and a half, listening to Audible, listening to podcasts, listening to books. And then I have a break in the middle of my day where I meditate again and make sure I'm focused on my eating. So the majority of it's every day there's very focused effort on growing me. And so that then I don't grow me to be self-indexed. I'm growing me to take the organization to the next level. So it opens up different ways of thinking so that I can see the next lane or the next path. And that's what leaders do, is that they're constantly involving themselves so they can see something before somebody else doesn't and be willing to go after it. And so really setting the stage for your own personal growth or conscious growth or spiritual growth, whatever word makes sense for you, journey starts today. Even if it's 5 minutes, everyone can do 10 push-ups and then write down 5 things you're grateful for. Then let that leak in, because it was a journey for me. It didn't start with 3 to 4 hours a day. By the way, even today, if people are curious about my calendar, I work 3.5 structured days a week. So basically Monday through Thursday at 5, I start at 9, I end at 11 or 11:30, then I start again at 1 and I end basically at 4. And that's Monday through Wednesday. Thursday, I'm done by 1 o'clock. And then Thursday afternoon, Friday, there's no appointments that go in my calendar unless it's approved by me. And Thursday afternoon and Friday are all about creative time for Adam. It's white space. I don't just go hang out on a beach. Like, I'm listening. I may read an entire book in a day. Like, that becomes my job, right? And so over time, I've just put a lot of energy, and I'm just following people's models. Warren Buffett, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates. It doesn't matter who they are. What do they do? Bill Gates carries 25 books around him at a time. Warren Buffett reads 7 hours a day, at least in his heyday. Now he's down to 4 at 91 years old, and his brain's still sharp. He's CEO of the company, right? And it's a focus on growing and learning so that you can bring that attributes into the organization. Then I would that's number one. Number two, I would decide on what you want out of life, right? You can't have everything. You can't know everything. You can't do everything. So you need to make sure you're choosing very wisely on who you're following in life, right? Like, I wouldn't follow Warren Buffett for his personal life. I'd follow his investment strategy, but I don't want his personal life. I may follow somebody else for their health, but I wouldn't want their business life. So you take components of that and follow and choose wisely how you bring those models into your life to build upon. So find somebody who's really living the life that you want, which is no right, wrong, or indifferent. I don't care what you want to do. Find the person who's doing that. Then look at their entire life. Then decide whether or not that's something that you want to do. Not just a snigment of what you see on social media and think that you can go replicate their life by doing that and wondering why it doesn't work for you. And as you're evaluating what you want to do, that's when you get to decide is, do I want to do this on my own? Do I want to be on a team, or do I want to be an individual agent? And then who's going to support me based on that answer? Who's the best organization for me to work with so that I can apply myself based on what I have? Then third, I would get a coach, regardless of what you're doing, as early as you can. Every professional has coaches. So you get a coach. And even if you do it 6 months and take a little time off to save money and then get back into it, get a coach that's helping you, that's really focused on what that means for you. And there's a whole different flavor of coaches. They're all great. Find the one, though, that's going to work with you where you're at and where you're trying to go in the immediate future. Then partner with them. So those are the 3 steps that I would add into somebody's life.